are aware, from July onwards, the season of return filing is start, and most taxpayers are ready to file their income tax returns on the basis of income earned during the previous year. Every assessee is collecting their relevant documents and information to prepare all necessary calculation for filing ITRs. We all are somewhere aware that Form 16, 16A, 26AS and saving related documents are important for filing the returns. But have you been aware of the process of computing and filing the return by using these documents? Hello everyone, I am Saloni from Webtel, and today in this video I am connecting all salaried persons and persons liable to file ITR-01. Also, I will discuss the important role of documents related to the calculation of ITR-01. So stay tuned. Before starting this video, I would like to request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Webtel Electrosoft to get regular compliance updates. Let's start with the understanding of the documents and information related to ITR-01. For this, I am taking you to my desktop screen to discuss the taxability of this section. Process of filing an ITR-01. Here we are going to discuss how an assessee can file their ITR-01 by themselves without the help of a CA or an accountant. Let's start with the applicability of ITR-01. For an individual being a resident other than not ordinary resident and having income up to rupees 50 lakh, or having income from salaries, one house property, other sources income like interest income, dividend income, etc., and agriculture income up to rupees 5,000, they are eligible to file an ITR-01. Now let's talk about who is not an eligible person to file an ITR-01. If an individual who was at any time during the financial year was the director of any company, or if the individual held equity shares of an unlisted company, they are not eligible to file an ITR-01. And if an assessee whose TDS has been deducted as per the section 194N, or if income tax is deferred on ESOPs, then assessee cannot file an ITR-01. They can file other ITRs as per the applicability. Now, for the filing of ITR-01, here I am sharing with you a common list of documents required before filing of an ITR-01. So here are the list of some documents required for filing, where we can get from these documents and the information collected from these documents. So let's talk about TDS or TCS certificate. These certificates can be downloaded from the Traces website, or these documents will be provided by the deductor in case TDS has been deducted on the salary, and other than salary, if TDS has been deducted, then Form 16A will be provided by the deductor. And this document contains the tax deducted information. If your TDS has been deducted by the deductor, then these details will reflect in this document. Second, Form 26AS. Form 26AS can be downloaded from the incometax.gov.in portal, and this also contains TDS, TCS related information, and if TDS or taxes has been paid to the department, then all these amount details will be auto-populated by the income tax department in Form 26AS. Then comes AIS or TIS. This form can also be downloaded from the income tax portal, and this also contains the information related to your financial transactions which has been undertaken by the assessee in a financial year. Then comes investment receipt. If you have made any kind of investment in LIC or PPF, then you need to show the details. You need to show the receipt of your LIC, PPF passbook you need to show, in case if you are opting for the old tax regime, and the amount would be available for the deduction as per the chapter 6A. Then comes advance tax or self-assessment tax. If your tax has been paid in the advance, or if you are going to pay the self-assessment tax, then you need to show the details, and amount paid as income tax will be collected through this document. Then comes bank detail. You need to show your bank account detail like IFSC code, BSR code, MICR code and account number, etc. In case if you are eligible for a refund, then refund will be issued by using these informations. Then comes a user ID and password of your income tax. For the filing of your ITRs, you must be having a user ID and password on the income tax portal. And this user ID password will be used for the uploading and login on your income tax for the filing of your ITRs. Then comes PAN Aadhaar. As we all are aware that PAN and Aadhaar linkage is mandatory for the filing of an ITR. So you need to have a copy of your PAN number and Aadhaar number. And personal informations will be auto-populated through your PAN card and your Aadhaar card. So this is all about your filing of ITR-01, process of an ITR-01. Now let's take an easy example to understand how we use these documents and prepare the return itself. It is so easy to calculate the ITR-01 tax and file the return. I am taking the document of one of my colleagues so that I can show you the real process of filing an ITR-01 by using these documents. Mr. Rohan Bajaj is one of the employees of Webtel. After the closing of March, the following documents are available for the filing of ITR-01. So these are the documents received by Mr. Bajaj. First one is your Form 16. Form 16 contains the details related to the TDS deducted on salary, and this would be issued by Webtel only. Then Form 26AS. Form 26AS will be downloaded from the income tax website, and this will also contain the details related to the TDS deducted, tax collected, and if any advance tax or self-assessment tax has been paid, then all these details will reflect in Form 26AS also. Then comes a LIC receipt. As Mr. Rohan Bajaj has paid some LIC premium policy amount, so he has received a receipt from LIC department through a mail. Then comes a rent receipt. Rent receipt received from the tenant, Mr. Raman Sharma. Basically, it is a signed document between the landlord and the tenant that contain the information of rent agreement and the amount received by the tenant from Mr. Rohan Bajaj. And on the basis of documents, now the question arises, what to do next? Here we have to prepare some information and basis calculation. For this, I am using Excel based computation. So here is the computation that has been prepared in the Excel format. Here, firstly, you need to line up the personal information related to the filing of an ITR-01. Here, we have some important points like here you need to enter the personal information of Mr. Rohan Bajaj, like name of Rohan Bajaj, assessee name, you can say Aadhaar number, father's name, PAN number, date of birth, etc. Then you need to show the bank details of saving account like branch, IFSC code, etc. If you don't have detailed information about the bank, then go to the Google and type the name of the bank with IFSC code and search for the remaining information that is easily available. Then you need to select if you are opting for the new regime or if you are opting for the old regime. Further, before calculating the figure, decide the slab rate whichever is suitable for you. If you want to avail yourself of Chapter 60 deductions, then go for the old scheme, and if you want to lower rate of tax, then choose the new scheme, or you can say new tax regime. But Rohan has a receipt of LIC which is amounting of rupees 1,50,000, and as a salaried person, it is suitable for Rohan to opt for the old scheme. Now move to the calculation part. As some basic features of computation, we have to line up the structure of income, exemptions, deductions, and slab rate for the calculation. Now, by using the documents, I had already filled the figures, but here I am matching all the amount once again for the better understanding, like how this salary as per the provision of section 17 amount has been calculated. And for this, let us look at this form 16. Here we need to go to the form 16 part B, and here you will be able to see the amount. Here you will be able to see the amount which is related to the section 17. Here you will be able to see the amount which is related to the salary, and the amount has been clubbed with the taxable allowances as well. This amount contains the information of your basic salary, and if any allowances are there, then your amount will be clubbed as per the section 17. Here you will be able to see the total salary received as per the section 17 by Mr. Rohan Bajaj is rupees 9,24,000. Then comes the detail of your exempted amount. As Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving the HRA from his employer, and the same amount will be exempted as per the calculation. And here you will be able to see the amount related to the HRA. Then moving to the deduction part, here a standard deduction will be provided to Mr. Rohan Bajaj of rupees 50,000, as Mr. Rohan Bajaj is opting for the old regime. So income chargeable as per the salary head would be 7,54,000, and here you will be able to see the same amount. I hope you will be able to understand the calculation of income from salary. Now let's talk about the another head of the income, which is income from house property. As per the documents and as per the record, Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving a rental income of rupees 1,50,000, and on the same amount a standard deduction will be allowed at the rate of 30% to Mr. Rohan Bajaj, and the income of house property of Mr. Rohan Bajaj would be considered 1,05,000. Then comes the another head of income, which is related to income from other sources. And as per the documents or as per the records, Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving a saving bank interest of rupees 4,500. Then after totaling of your each and every head of income, your gross total taxable income would be considered like this. Then comes the deductions as per the chapter 6A. And as per the records, Mr. Rohan Bajaj is paying a LIC amounting rupees 1,50,000, as he is paying a premium amount of rupees 1,50,000, and this amount would be considered as a deduction as per the section 80C. As you will be able to see, 1,50,000 deduction has been calculated under section 80C. Then comes a deduction of saving bank interest. As per the tax declaration, if you are receiving any saving bank interest up to rupees 10,000, then your amount would be exempted as per the section 80 TTA. So as per the documents and as per the record, Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving a deduction of rupees 1,54,500. And the taxable income on which he need to pay the tax is 7,08,998 rupees. Then tax of Mr. Rohan Bajaj would be calculated as per the slab rate as per the old regime, as Mr. Rohan Bajaj has opted for the old regime. So he need to pay the total tax of rupees 54,300 rupees. But as per the record, Mr. Rohan Bajaj has paid some TDS, or his TDS has been deducted on the salary. So to check the TDS deducted on salary, go to the form 16 and then check the details which has been deducted as per the record. Here you will be able to see the tax has been deducted of Mr. Rohan Bajaj as per the Form 16. So he need to pay the remaining amount like this. The total tax liability of Mr. Rohan Bajaj is 56,472 rupees. But as per the Form 16, his TDS has been deducted of rupees 24,769 rupees. So he need to pay advance tax, or you can say a self-assessment tax of rupees 35,000. And the net amount would be, in case Mr. Rohan Bajaj had paid some excess amount, then the amount would be refundable to Mr. Rohan Bajaj. So this is the process of filing an ITR-01 and how we are going to use these documents, how these documents are helpful for filing an ITR-01. So this is an easiest process to file an ITR-01. You just need to check your Form 16, your 26AS. If you have paid any LIC premium, then you need to have the LIC receipts over there. So according to the old regime and for the filing of the return, I am taking you to my software screen where I have already entered the details of Mr. Rohan Bajaj for the filing of the return. So this is our VBTAX solution through which you will be able to file the ITR-01 in just a few steps with an easiest process. So for the filing of an ITR-01, firstly you need to create an assessee master, and for the creation of the assessee master you can click on create assessee. Here you will see a message which is related to pre-fill JSON. In case if you want to import the data through JSON file, or if you want to import the data through income tax portal, then you can click on yes, otherwise you can click on no, and then you can enter the details of your assessee master over here manually. As I have already filled the data, I will show you. Like here you need to fill the personal information of your assessee, like name, father's name, address detail of your assessee, mobile number, mail ID. Then you need to enter the Aadhaar number, and then you need to enter the password in case if you want to directly upload your ITR through income tax software. Then you need to select the source of income as per the applicability. Then comes on the page number 2, here you need to enter the bank account details, and on the third page your acknowledgement detail will reflect automatically. Then you need to click on save button and your assessee master data will be saved successfully. Assessee master creation will be a one-time process. You don't need to create the assessee master again and again. Then comes an option which is related to the selection of your assessee master. And for the selection of your assessee master, click on select company or assessee option, or you can use the shortcut key F3. Here you will be able to see the list of created assessees. Then you need to select the assessment year for which you are going to file your ITR, and then you need to select the name of your assessee. Then you need to go to the computation page, and after clicking on the computation, you need to select if you were the director in any company in the previous year, or you held some equity shares of an unlisted company, then you need to select this option. Otherwise, your ITR-01 will be filed. Then a computation sheet will appear like this. Here your tax would be calculated as per the old and as per the new regime both. In case of the old regime, your tax benefits will be provided along with the exemptions and deductions. Here you need to fill the salary detail, you need to fill the income from house property details, income from other sources if you have, and then you need to enter the details of your chapter 6A, like if you are paying any LIC premium amount or you are receiving any saving bank interest as a deduction, then you need to enter the details over here. So here we need to enter the details of Mr. Rohan Bajaj, as Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving the income from salary, income from house property and income from other sources he is also receiving, and he has made some investment in the LIC also. So as per the documents, your tax would be calculated. Here we need to enter the details of income first, then tax would be calculated automatically. So here we need to enter the salary details. Like, to enter the details of the salary, go to the salary head and then click here to fill the data. And here you need to enter the details of your employer, like name of your employer, address and category of your employer. Then you need to enter the salary amount as per your form 16. Like here I have entered the details of Mr. Rohan already. So here you will be able to see I have entered the salary as per the provision, or you can say as per the section 17 in the income from salary head. Here you need to provide the bifurcation of your salary which has been received by Mr. Rohan Bajaj over here. And then your deduction and your HRA exemption amount would be calculated automatically over here. So as per the form 16 and as per the calculation in the salary head, your data would be matching as. And for the cross checking of income detail, you can check at the point number 6, income chargeable under salary head is reflecting 7,54,000, which I have just entered in the income from salary head in the software also. So as per the records, the data is correct in the income from salary head. Similarly, you need to enter the details in the income from house property, as Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving a rental income of rupees 1,50,000 and he is receiving a standard deduction of rupees 45,000, and then total taxable amount of income from house property would be calculated like this. Similarly, you can enter the details of income from other sources over here, as Mr. Rohan Bajaj is receiving a saving bank interest of rupees 45,000, and this amount would be reflecting automatically in your chapter 6A deduction under the section 80 DTA. I will show you here. The amount has been already calculated as per the income from other sources. And as per the documents and as per the record, Mr. Rohan Bajaj is also paying a LIC premium of rupees 1,50,000. So the total amount which has been provided as the exemptions, or you can say as the deductions under the chapter 6A, is rupees 1,54,500. And as per the slab rate, tax would be calculated automatically over here. And as per the records, Mr. Rohan Bajaj has made some payment in the TDS, or his TDS has been deducted on the salary. So here you can import the details of the TDS deducted on the salary from the 26 AS, and remaining amount, if any, you need to pay the tax to the government. Here comes the amount which is required to be paid by Mr. Rohan Bajaj as a self-assessment tax, or you can say as a advance tax. So here you need to enter the details of tax which has been paid as a self-assessment tax over here. Then you need to go to the save button and your data will be saved. So here, as you will be able to see, a refund amount has been calculated as per the slab rate. And after providing the details in the computation, go to the generate JSON option and then click on proceed to generate, or to generate your ITR-01 through Webtel software. Here you need to select the 139(1) 7th provision is applicable on you, otherwise you can click on save button. Then another message will appear in case if you want to update the company master, or if you want to update the assessee master, then you can click on yes, otherwise you can click on no. Then select a location to generate the JSON file, and your JSON file will be generated successfully like this. If you want to know more about the tax return filing and the RWB tax solution, which I just used to prepare return of ITR-01, then visit the link mentioned in the description below and let us know in the comment section if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. Next Tuesday, we will be coming up with another interesting video to make compliances better for you. Till then, stay safe and stay tuned with us for a better compliance journey.